All right, well, we are just about to leave Puerto Escondido and just headed around the corner to 8 O'Clock Cove.
Yeah, it's been a nice stay here in this little basin. At first I was pretty apprehensive about wanting to be back here. It's a little bit away from the facilities, but it's super calm and quiet here. So if you get offered the Chica Marina, or the small boat marina, take it. It's yeah, tight to get into, but once you're in, it's cozy, it's quiet, a lot less commotion as the other main marina. Okay, we're out of that exciting slip, but the wind helped us out. It was a nice little stern thruster for us. And we're on our way out of the shallows here too. It's pretty shallow in the channels.
Yay, back on the boat. Oh, I'm so happy to be home. In paradise. Yeah. All right, we're finally saying goodbye to our dear friend Ben, who joined us way back in San Francisco and has been on board the whole California and Baja coast, but looks like he's pretty ready to be at rest, so we're gonna give him a nice sea burial and wish him luck in its next life. Thanks, Ben. Bye, Ben.
All right, we're just coming into Juancalito here, for saying it correctly. And on our way in here, we noticed a kayak that looked kind of half submerged on this adjacent island. So we were kind of thinking about just turning the engine on right then and there, but it's too close to the island for us to get in with the big boat. So we're gonna anchor and go investigate that, see what's going on. Hopefully there's no one attached to it, and we'll just rescue it and if we can find an owner or whatnot. So we'll see what happens there, but we had a really nice sail over here and we're sailing right into the bay. Bit of a residual swell from the sea coming in here, but the forecast is really calm for the next few days, so we'll just have to put up with a bit of this to start, and then it'll calm right down. Well, we're hanging out here at anchor now in Juancalito, and that kayak, it turned out there was actually a man attached to it, snorkeling around. Probably should have had a diving flag, would have been handy for passerbys not to get alarmed. But anyways, good thing that there was no one that had had a bad day. So, but we're gonna go for a walk back to Puerto Escondido because there's a nice trail there. And we want to stretch our legs, and it's a bit roly-poly here on Clyde right this evening. The wind's dying, so on occasion we're facing kind of somewhat beam to the waves that are still rolling in here, which is really uncomfortable. Facing the waves, it's okay, but we're optimistic that the waves are going to subside over the coming hour, so we're going to go on shore and let them do their thing.
I'm still getting used to being back on the boat after a 3-week break, and we were at a friend's house and enjoyed a mid-afternoon tequila cocktail, and I don't think that's serving me very well on the boat right now. So, going on a walk sounds nice. Right, well, it's just after 4 p.m. and quite overcast today. And Trevor and I are just leaving Juancalito, and we're heading north to Loreto. It's about 10 miles from here, so we're gonna just spend one night there. Trevor's gonna get the rest of his dental work done. So then we're gonna start our nice long journey south back down to La Paz.
And 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, here we go, we're gonna have to reef now. All the models right now say the forecast is like 6 to 10 knots, and right now we just suddenly got hit with like 20 gusting 25. Always gotta be ready! Just a minute ago we were motoring. Right, so that little 10-minute blast is gone now, and we're almost in irons. And there's just a little like 1.5 foot chop kind of thing left over. But hopefully these blasts don't show up again later, because that is not going to be ideal for where we're anchored in front of Loreto.
What's happening, Trevor?
We're sailing fast. The wind's all over the place, and it's not ideal for where we're going right now, but it's kind of what we're doing, and we're just gonna have to bump and bump and bumpy bump once we get to anchorage, and hopefully it subsides like it's supposed to, so we'll see. It's eerie right now, dark approaching, and it's a breeze. We're just about to get to Loreto. Here is the light fades, and it's gonna be a little bumpy when we anchor, but it's all good. It's supposed to subside, so we'll be okay. But let's get to it.
After arriving with the last of the light, the wind did subside, allowing a good night's rest. The next morning, I took care of getting some dental work done in town, then we headed north to Isla Carmen. While the wind was iffy, it was a short 6-mile hop to this lovely anchorage.
Well, that's pretty cool. Trevor was just scraping the bottom of the hole, and a huge pod of dolphins came and checked him out and got really close.
The resident dolphins coming by, say hello in the morning, and the chorus of gulls.
Very chipper this morning.
Have fun. Love you. Kat's heading for a jog in preparations for her Nepal trip. She needs to make sure she stays good and fit. And I'm hanging out on the boat doing a little more editing to get a video up to you guys. It's a gorgeous morning though. Love this spot, and we're anchored in just about 10 feet of water. So color of the water here is really nice with the white sand underneath the boat. I don't think I'd ever say I get sick of dolphins, but they're so prevalent here that it's just kind of like, oh, there's dolphins again, cool. I'll watch for a minute and then go do something else now. You spend all day looking at them here. Pangas love going right past the boats. Okay, we're heading out of Coronandos here now. Beautiful breeze has been blowing for a few hours, and it's going to be a great beam reach to the top of Carmen, and then we'll do a downwind run down to Salinas. So looking forward to that. We're going to try a different strategy of sailing off the anchor. Usually we just wait till the anchor's up and then pull the mainsail up or unroll the genoa, but this time we're going to actually put the mainsail up after I did a bit of reading that suggests that's a good way to go. That makes sense to take the tension off the windlass and get going right away. So we're going to try that out, see how it goes.
We are enjoying some nice classic Gulf of California short steep waves, blowing about 15 knots, and it's been blowing for a couple of hours. So coming down the Gulf, it's had some time to build. Pretty exciting. We've seen a couple of blue whales out in the distance, and we're coming around the top of Carmen Island. So very beautiful, great sailing. We've been averaging about 6.5 knots, so flying.
Well, unfortunately the wind mellowed out quite a bit just as we came around the corner, so it's been a bit slow on the downwind run here. Sails are a bit floppy because there's some swell left. Okay, we're coming into Salinas here, and as I thought might have happened, the wind is picked up, funneling through this bay, but it's not supposed to keep up, so it should be a nice evening up here. We should be able to sail right on anchor, or maybe an engineless day. We'll see what happens.
The battery on the camera died as we anchored, but we did manage to leave the engine off as we tacked as close to the beach as we dared before dropping the hook.
Well, we did not take any footage here at Salinas, but it was very beautiful. We made friends with another boat, Appa, with Will and Emily on board, and got to play some fun beach games of kub, which is a Swedish game of just pretty much throwing sticks.
Yeah, it was super fun.
And yeah, went on a nice beach run this morning. That's about it. We chilled.
Yeah, chilled hard. And I scrubbed the bottom a bit more. Sort of I'm learning here in the Gulf of California, it's very nutrient rich and things grow even if you have pretty fresh bottom paint. So yeah, just kind of keep up on it, and whenever I'm in the water for a swim, I just go for a little scrape.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sections.
And we went snorkeling a little bit too.
Yeah.
There's a wreck kind of in the middle of the bay here with abundance of really cool fish.
Yeah, on an earlier episode, in the link here, you can see what it looks like on that wreck there. It's lots of fish. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
There's a nice little breeze now, and we're gonna sail off the anchor and head for Punta Colorado. So I've been there a few times now, 3 times now.
But it'll be my first time.
Yeah, I'm really excited to show Kat that spot. Is gorgeous there. And yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's go sail off the anchor.
All right. Off the ground.
Nice. All right, just like that, we're sailing. All right, that was easy. Just a couple little tacks back and forth with the main, and now we're gonna get the Genoa out and head out of the bay here. Not run aground. We're in 11 feet of water right now. Nice meeting y'all.
Yeah, nicely done.
See you in a few weeks.
Safe travel. It is a lovely day and we are gently sailing wing on wing. And for lunch today, we're gonna have some carrot soup. So I've decided to do it out here and enjoy the sunshine.
It has been a bit of a challenge keeping all the produce we want to keep cool because we only have so much cooler space. In the Pacific Northwest, things like carrots and most veggies really you can put just in a cool spot in the boat, ideally against the hull, sometimes in the bilge, and they'll stay fine for weeks and weeks. But here, it's just too warm. Against the hull, the water is kind of the same temperature as the air temperature. Maybe even warmer actually at nighttime because the water will stay, I think, around like 20, 25 degrees Celsius while the air drops down to about 10 overnight. So we're gonna cook up all these carrots sooner than we'd hoped, but that's just how it goes when you only have a cooler and a freezer and not much space to put things like that in it.
Well, we're about 6.5 miles out from Salinas and about 3 more to go to Punta Colorado. And it is very gentle and very calm out here. We're doing a little bit of, call it like ghost sailing, where it doesn't look like there's any wind ripples on the water. We're still cruising along at almost 2.5 to 3 knots. So very, very enjoyable.
Okay, that's 2 days in a row with no engine. Good morning from Punta Colorado. Kat and I are heading off to find a sea cave that apparently is about a mile up the shore, and then we'll fish on the way back. It's a gorgeous morning here, eh, Kat?
Hey, betcha. Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Outboards.
cool crabs. Hello. Oh, here's a cool little school of fish.
Oh yeah, in the cave.
Yeah, in the cave.
Cave fishing.
Hello.
Let's go to the beach.
Go to the beach.
This is a great beach. This is much safer for our skin. It's my kind of beach where our skin's going to be really looked after.
Oh gosh.
Well, that was pretty cool. And there's a couple more that it looks like we might be able to go into around the corner here. We're going to go check out now.
I got a fish.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh gosh. Oh god.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Oh god.
There's cat's fish. What do you think? Should we keep him? Oh.
Nope, I guess not.
That's fine. He's kind of skinny.
I hope he's okay.
I think he's fine. He was barely hooking him. Oh, look at all those fish down there. Okay.
Okay, well, we caught a fish. That was exciting. I caught a fish. It looked kind of like a barracuda. Cute barracuda kind of thing. Nice.
That's a good fish. Nice. Okay, well that was a nice little journey to the caves and came back with a couple of fish, a barracuda and a cabrisi. The cabrisi apparently is really good eating. Barracuda maybe not so much, but we'll eat it anyways. We would have released the barracuda if it wasn't hooked so good, and that I think releasing it probably would have just been a dead fish, so we may as well eat it. Big beans? Beans?
What's her name?
Samantha. Oh yeah, she likes the plantains.
Trevor made a girlfriend. She looks like she is a little sad that we're just about to leave. So he's giving her a little bit more treats. Sweeten the sadness a little.
Kind of like that. Let's try a pineapple. Nah, not a brand of fruit, this skull. I don't think most skulls like fruit that much. Just kind of getting mad, I think.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you're giving me?
Oh.
Where's some fish? Yeah. See, she went in baby mode.
Baby mode.
That's like the begging mode. Oh. Mom's like, no, you're too old.
Bye, Samantha.
Bye, Sam.
All right, well, while Trevor and I have been hanging out at Punta Colorado, we've been pretty immersed in 2 different books in preparation for my next big trip, which I'm leaving in about 2 weeks to head over to Nepal. And I was invited to be the guide to the Everest Base Camp. So in preparation for that, I read out loud in about 2 days. It's called Touching My Father's Soul. And it is written by the son of one of the first men to climb Everest in 1953. James Lee Tenzing Norgay is the son, and his father accompanied Sir Edmund Hillary to the top. And the other book, we finished that one really fast. It's a really good book based upon the Sherpa's point of view for Everest and climbing and mountaineering. And now we're on to the classic Into Thin Air by John Krakauer, and we're going through this one just as quick. So it's a pretty funny contrast thinking about being up high in the mountains, the highest you can go, when we're down here at sea level, sweating our buns off in the sun and the sand. But it's really great.
Okay, so we're trying for the 3rd sail off the anchor in a row. We haven't used the engine in like 5 or 6 days now since we left Coronado, so we're excited about this. Should be no problem. It's just a perfect little breeze and lots of room with the shore behind us, so we'll sail out of here just fine. So here we go. Beauty. Got the hang of this and the confidence. Well, the wind's gotten quite a bit lighter. Trying to go downwind here, only making 1.5 knots. I'm pretty dedicated right now, given that if we manage to make it today without the engine, we'll be 3 straight sails without the engine in like almost a week without even using the thing. Only like 6 miles to go. So got lots of time to just wait and relax here. Either relax here or relax there. So that's okay with me. Looks like the neighborhood dolphins are over here today. They're just working the shores like they were doing over Punta Colorado as well.
Little guy, and then the big guy chasing it. Oh, that's a big guy.
Do you see it right now? Where? Go in.
Well, that was an interesting first time using an engine.
Usually the thing.
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
Good.
Pretty fun driving fast in that sucker, eh?
Yeah. How'd you like that?
That's good.
Okay, well, in the interest of not anchoring needlessly in the dark, we are motoring after 6 days, I think it was. That was a good run. Well, evidently there's some wind somewhere going against the current that we're currently riding, and it's really choppy here. So we're just motoring around the north end of Danzante and gonna poke our head into Honeymoon Cove. But glad we didn't stay in that place back there, or these waves would have been starting to roll in there for sure. But it was sure a beautiful afternoon there. I'd love to go back there again soon. Seeing that boat there is enough to send us packing from Honeymoon, knowing there'll be a generator running all night.
We opted to return to Puerto Escondido for a couple of nights to do laundry, fill up our water, and for me to do a virtual job interview back in Canada. Having been in and out of this wonderfully protected harbour, we didn't mind going through the narrow entrance with the last of the daylight. It was a wonderful week out and about around the Loreto area, but we were excited to get going south for the first time in 2 months. Thanks so much for watching Sailing Cedar McClyde. If you enjoy these videos, please hit the subscribe and like buttons, and leave a comment too. We love reading them. Doing these things helps spread our videos to a wider audience on YouTube. If you love these videos, head on over to our Patreon page where you can sign up for extra Sailing Cedar McClyde content while also directly supporting the making of these videos. Bye for now!